Welcome to Fired Up Live with Rich Maliki. I am here on a Wednesday, a hump day. Hope you're enjoying the beginning of your week as we lead ourselves into the middle. And there's so much to talk about today. Back from Arizona, back from AZ, flew into Phoenix Airport. I got to tell you, let's talk about Phoenix Airport real quick. It's a nice airport. If anything was ever open. So nothing's open in Phoenix Airport after 6 p.m. apparently. I got to my flight. I had a red-eye home. Me and Jen were like, okay, you know what? We're not going to eat really much. We'll go and have a couple of drinks maybe, or a coffee, or food, or whatever. So we get to the airport. We're a little early. But again, we were going to people. I love the airport. I love people watching. I love sitting down, eating. Nothing was open.
We're total opposites because I like getting there 5 minutes before I have to board.
Oh God, no! The airport is one of my favorite places on earth. I love airports. Yeah,
You should live in one.
Well, Lisa, now you're being ridiculous.
Like the movie, with Tom Hanks.
Oh, was that
Terminal?
Oh, Terminal?
No, I don't remember.
I don't remember. So anyway, yeah, Phoenix Airport, please, dude. Come on, open up the doors at least till 8, 9. I mean, there were people getting off flights in droves. They're going to Hudson News to buy a magazine and a bag of peanuts.
A bag of peanuts for $11.
Listen, I don't want to complain about stupid things like this, but I'm not really complaining. It's just a little observation. Open up, Phoenix. Let's go. All right, so we were in Arizona, RIFMA. I have RIFMA here on my mind because we're going to probably hopefully looking to do some sponsorships. But for Fed conference, I'm in Arizona for Fed conference, and first of all, Arizona, there was a little thread I saw. I don't know if you saw it, Lisa, with Taz said he owes Josh $20.
I did see that.
That I was not coming back from Arizona, and it's interesting because I was with Jenny and we were out there, and we didn't want to leave. It's a beautiful place. I've been to Arizona once in like my early 20s, but I don't think I was appreciating much back then. Now I was kind of really appreciating the landscape, the scenery, the air we were breathing. It was just all great. People were very nice. So I'm excited to have Fed Conference 2022 in Arizona. Taz is here. He's fired up. You know me and Taz. We stay fired up. Taz was jumping on lives, getting people fired up this week. Appreciate you. And yeah, so what happened out there? We checked out 3 venues that we selected before we went, had some meetings, and walked a couple of properties, all beautiful properties. I don't think I can say anything bad about any of them. It really was just about what I feel, what the fit and the vision would be for the conference. So we narrowed it down to 2. We're going to be figuring that out. And I know a lot of people are messaging me and asking me, when and where. We want to know. Stay tuned. It's coming. We're going to be releasing that. We do have to make sure that we iron things out before we launch it and launch the Fed Conference website and open ticket sales and sponsorship opportunities and all that. So it's coming. Give us maybe a few weeks. But if I go back to the last conference we did, I didn't even have as much time last time. By the way, Lisa, this last conference, for anyone watching and for you, there was never going to be a conference. I didn't start Fed Nation to put on conferences, but it evolved, and now it's something much bigger than myself and anyone could have imagined. But this really started in Chicago at NRA. I put a dinner together in the middle of May. Hobart was there. Some Middleby reps were there. We had service companies. Roger Smelser was in the room. It was about 20 different people from all facets of the food equipment industry, and it came down to how do we get this industry to go viral. Rich, you're doing it. You're out there. You're putting videos out. I said, that's great. I am doing it. I'm putting it out there, but I'm not enough. I mean, I'm one person, and the industry by large, by far and wide, is not heavily active online. So it takes more than one person. I mean, I can't do it by myself, and I was trying to explain that in the room. And how do we go viral? It's got to be collective. That is where we started to say, we would love to get something together where we could all get in a room, we could all learn the ins and outs, we could teach each other, we could work with each other, we could collaborate with each other, we could lift each other up. and the Fed conference was born in Chicago. We came back and we immediately said, okay, what do we got to do? How do we do this? I've never planned a conference or event before, but you know what? We're going to do it. And we did. And we put that, so you think about that, it was mid-May. We put this on in February.
Mm-hmm.
So June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. That's my math. So in 9 months or less, we put together a conference where we had 70 people in attendance, a good dozen sponsors. And, you know, I got to thank everyone who came to that first one. I got to thank everyone who came as an attendee. I got to thank all the sponsors, because you were really, at the end of the day, you didn't know what you were buying. You were buying into me, I guess. You were buying into the cause, the greater cause and the greater good for the industry. I'm still mind blown that even occurred. That there was such belief in me and the cause. You'll never know how grateful that I was for that, and still am. And as we begin to develop this new one now, the making of Fed Conference 22, I brought back some footage, so we'll have some behind the scenes again. You know, now we do have some time. So by the time we roll this out, even if we roll it out mid-May or maybe, you know, we look to launch everything by Memorial Day, you know, over the next 30 days, this way we put it together. We want to put this together thoughtfully. So Fed Conference 22, stay tuned. In the next 30 days, I'm sure we'll have everything ironed out, sponsorship packages, you know, ticket sales that are going to go. By the way, ticket sales, yeah, Rick, I am going to absolutely address that rather. I got it up on the phone here. So I want to go down some point by point. I want to talk about it. Kevin says, a great venue in Miami last year. Looking forward to something special in Arizona. Yeah, thank you, Kevin. Kevin Coachman here with KCL. If you don't know, now you know. Go check him out. He was a sponsor and couldn't have done it without you and your wife's support, your whole team. Thank you. Arizona's going to be phenomenal. So what was I saying, Lisa?
You ended at ticket sales.
Yes. So we'll have all that ironed out. Ticket sales. By the way, I was going to say, I'm going to be releasing early bird discounted pricing, my special pricing to get to this conference for your tickets through my text community only. So you need to text me and join my community right now. Lisa's throwing that up on the screen. Boom, there it is, 201-485-5159. Text that number, join my community. I'm not gonna spam you. This is me directly. That number is me directly. I'm not spamming you. I'm only gonna text you about things that have a value. So this is a value add. No one else is gonna get this discounted price. Nobody. Doesn't matter if you're in the food equipment group on Facebook. This is where the discounts are gonna go down better and bigger for everyone. And on top of that, as we continue to evolve, there's going to be VIP masterminds that we put together. There's gonna be different events, different things strategically placed across the country. Even right here in New Jersey and New York City. New York City is our backyard. There's gonna be a lot of things as the world opens back up. You wanna be a part of this community. I want you to be a part of this community. We're gonna build, as my friend Roger always says, all ships rise with the tide. Get in this, let's go. We're doing this together. So Fed Conference 22, if you wanna sponsor, if you're gonna attend, if you wanna have, we're gonna have a new vendor networking area. Very, very, very big things gonna happen. So we do want to address the big news ticket item that came down today, Lisa.
Tell me about it.
Middleby Corporation to acquire Welbilt.
That's huge.
I think it's pretty big. You know, being in this industry a long time, we're definitely seeing things change faster than ever. We all got to stay on our toes. We all got to stay fired up. You know, this is a mantra you could live your life by. Stay fired up. You just don't know what's around the bend. You don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. You got to stay focused. You got to stay connected. Okay? Fed Group, the connection engine for the industry. Get over to Facebook. Join the Facebook group. Stay connected. This news was broadcast in the group early at 6:30 a.m. this morning by one of the members. I mean, groundbreaking news coming through the group. All right. Major. Pitco. Who will be the first to work on a Pitco master fryer? hey, listen, who knows? You don't know what's going to happen, right? There's different things happen. That could be the case. So when we look at this acquisition and what that means, for service companies, my initial instinct says nothing's going to change. When you look at Middleby, we're a factory authorized service center here in Malachi for, I would say, 80% or so, 85% of those brands in the food equipment space. And Well-Built, we're factory authorized for all of them. So, these brands, I mean, they operate independently, to an extent, I would say. But for the most part, for us on the service side, I don't foresee much changing for us. I think our partnerships and our relationships are going to stay the same. Will there be changes down the road? I'm sure. There's different things that we do on the back end for billings and portals and service for warranty. Is there, I know Well-Built's been working on some things and launching things. I don't know if that's going to change. I know it's something new. Is everything going to go to that? These are things behind the scenes that service companies will deal with. We'll figure it out. There might be changes, but I don't think realistically in the service world you're going to see much change on that spectrum. It's just going to put everything under the Middleby brands, and they're all operating, I think, on their own spectrum. So we have here via Business Wire, the Middleby Corporation to acquire Well-Built. Combination will create a premier food equipment company with a leading commercial food service portfolio. I mean, yeah, Middleby has, I would say, the market share on all the biggest leading brands you see out there. And Well-Built was, of course, neck and neck. I mean, Well-Built and Middleby brands, I mean, those are the big brands you see out there. And of course, we have the beautiful Unified brands out there, and there's various other ones to mention, but we won't get into all that. And my phone keeps shutting down on me. Let me pop this out here. This little pen. Stand by. So, come on. Okay, so combined business is well positioned to deliver enhanced value for customers through complementary, best-in-class products, unmatched service, and forward-thinking technology solutions. Kitchens of the future. I know we go to NAFEM, which I'm excited. If you're going to NAFEM, throw that in the comments. Here we go. Throw that in the comments. Let me know if you're going to NAFEM. Probably going to do a Fed dinner there. By the way, exclusive Fed dinner. VIP. I didn't even mention this, Lisa, but we'll talk about that. I do things in my head that I don't tell anybody about, and then I just spring them on her. Oh, we're doing this? Yeah, I guess.
Is it going to be at Disney World?
It's right. It's in Orlando.
No, I'm saying the dinner. Can we do it at the Magic Castle?
We're going to need a sponsor. We're going to need a sponsor for this Fed dinner. So we can strategically ask some people to be in that room if you want to connect. We are the connection engine. So let's talk about that at a later date. Kevin is going to see you at NAFEM. I knew you were going. So accelerates key investments in new product development, aftermarket capabilities, connectivity, and digital solutions. We talk about kitchens of the future again. We talk about all this Wi-Fi, the equipment's Wi-Fi and data capable. What does the future of service look like? Especially now that these two companies are going to be combined. What does it look like technology-wise for factory authorized service centers like us here at Malachi, all of our Sofesa families across the country and the globe? What does it look like for the certified companies? There's always been talk about, and these things happening already, but what does it look like, 5 years from now? Maybe even 3 years from now, because this stuff's happening faster than ever. The capabilities for service and understanding if that equipment goes down, having that automatic notification sent to that service company in the area. F3, mag error, Turbo Chef, bring the mags, make sure you have that. F5 blower issue, Turbo Chef, bring the motor. All these things, because sometimes, obviously, when the service, we don't always get all this information from customers. They want to get off the phone. What's wrong with you? Have any error codes? No error codes, nothing. Then we get there and we find error codes. They just want to rush you off the phone. So this kind of really assists the customer and us at the same time with the technology that'll be coming down the pike. I have no doubt. What else we got here? Expands international operations, particularly in higher growth regions across the globe. Clear path to driving $120 million in operational improvement with $100 million run rate cost synergies, and additional $20 million in Well-Built standalone business transformation program annual improvement. equity consideration mix maintains the middle balance sheet flexibility. There's a lot to be read. Go to businesswire.com. You can check it out there. There's other websites. I just pulled up that. Rod's going to be at NAFM. We'll see you there, Rod. So if anyone has any input on this, I'd love to hear it. Jump in the comments if you want to get your thoughts and questions brought to the forefront. Get them in the comment box right now. Yeah, so I talk about this a lot with these acquisitions. They're major. It's not just manufacturing. I mean, we haven't seen a big manufacturer one like this in a while. I don't think. I can't recall the last time we saw something this massive. But just talking from the service company perspective, you look at what's happening across the country. All of this consolidation, all of the acquisitions. There's been a shift occurring for some years now, and it's generational. Guys like my dad, he's 70 years old. He'll be 71 this year. They want it out. You have guys that are 60, 65. If you don't have a son or a daughter in the industry and they're working with you, they probably don't want a piece of it. So there's exit strategies that are in place. So you're seeing that in the service world. And I think, in talking with some industry vets and the guys that have the deepest insight and the biggest brains that I've talked to, even last week, there's more acquisitions in the pipeline, probably 50 or 60 of them. You're going to see it continue to happen. You're going to see these acquisitions. You're going to see consolidation. What is that going to mean for you and your business? I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm some major expert on all this stuff. I feel like I rely a lot on my gut, a lot of my common sense, a lot of my intuition, and a lot of my industry experience and business experience here in this building over the last 20 years of growing up with my dad. So for me, I think we need to stay fired up as business owners, as leaders, as managers, whatever, if you're in a leadership position, got to stay fired up. You got to stay focused. You got to pay attention to what's happening. You have to be in the know. So when you're sitting down and you're looking at your game plan, looking at these acquisitions that are happening in the areas that you're in, are these things going to affect your business? Do you got to get more aggressive? This is where digital marketing, digital branding might serve you really well. And we're going to talk about that at Fed Conference, not to keep talking about that, but I think it's a super important piece to the puzzle for you, especially if you're I look at it from my perspective, from a smaller business perspective, 30 employees, 31, 32 employees. I think we have an opportunity, to deliver and to grow our businesses in times of these acquisitions and consolidations. Because, listen, it's not a knock on the larger companies that are out there with the hundreds of techs and all that stuff. I'm sure they do a phenomenal job in their own right, but we get that opportunity when we see that stuff as a customer satisfaction standpoint, customer service standpoint, personal relationship standpoint. You call me, I can move a mountain in 10 minutes. I don't got to call 15 people. I don't got to check in with anyone. I don't got any tape to go around. I just get things done. 1, 2, 3, call Rich. This phone rings. This phone gets text messages. It's at 8 a.m. It's at 8 p.m. It's at 2 in the morning. You got me. There's no other, so we have an opportunity, I think, in our markets as all these things begin to happen. For me, we get calls all the time. Are you selling? Are you this? The answer is hell to the no, Lisa. I ain't selling nothing. All right? Okay? I waited my whole life to be standing here. I put in my dues. I paid my dues. I've been waiting my whole life for this moment. I'm 39. I don't think I'm old in any sense. It's the second quarter. It's not even halftime yet. There's still a lot to go. So talk to me in 20 years. That might be a different conversation. Best believe I'm building this for an exit strategy always. But that exit strategy is 2 decades in the future. So I'm planting my feet here. There's a lot that I want to do. There's a lot that I want to accomplish, and I'm excited for the challenges. I love having I love being backed up against the wall with the pressure. I feel like I thrive in that sense. Talking about putting on a conference and changes and updates and softwares and updates and technologies listen, it's scary. It's nerve-wracking, but shit. Oh, I can't curse on LinkedIn. But it excites me. I want those challenges. I'm fired up about those challenges. So yeah, I think when you're talking small to medium-sized businesses, right now is the perfect time to double down on your digital branding, digital marketing. Get out there. Get on LinkedIn. I want to see you on LinkedIn. I want to see you posting. I want to see you engaging. I want to see you giving value to people. Watch your relationships grow. Now's the time to strengthen the relationships. If you're looking to build relationships with new people, now's the time. If you're looking to strengthen the ones you have, now's the time. Listen, you could still digitally, we could digitally shake hands with people every day.
Did you really spit in your hand?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I did not spit. Listen, COVID, let's not get into that. So now's the time, ladies and gentlemen, now is the time. And if you're not sure, go over to the Fed Group, go to Food Equipment Digital Disruptors. There's a community being built. It's going to continue to grow. And there's a lot coming. There's a lot coming. We're just scratching the surface with what we could do digitally. And we're going to help people. We're going to help the industry get to where they want to get. Fed Media is going to be a real thing. We're already doing some things with a manufacturer right now with some amazing training videos. It's going to be so, and this kudos to Lisa for putting together high quality video. There's a lot to come. So when you look at the acquisitions, when you look at the consolidation, it's going to happen. You know what? You can't stop it. You can't focus on the things you can't control. Things are out of your control. So what? So what if this one does that and this one does that and this one said that? Who cares? What do you say? What are you doing? That's what you can control. So that's what you focus on, I think, when you look at stuff like this happening across the industry. Chris, be opportunistic. Right now there's no better time. Whatever market you're in, double the down. Double the down. I'm bleeping myself.
Good.
It's time. This digital branding, the digital marketing, maybe, growing up in the industry, there was never really a need for that. I can remember my dad saying, "Oh, Richard, we don't need to spend money on ads and marketing. We have the manufacturers, son." And yeah, that's truth to that. That was a major marketing capability that we got to take when you become a factory authorized service center. If there was territories back then. It was protected. Oh, what's your address? You call XYZ manufacturer and you're a factory authorized service center? Call Malachi. Oh, what's your zip code? Call Malachi. Oh, you need a part? Where are you? Call Malachi. Those days are far gone. There's no protected territories. Parts distribution has changed. The internet came in and went lopsided everything. Can't complain about it. Can't cry about it. You have to adjust and adapt. And that's what most everyone has been doing that, along with us. And that's what we need to do. So lots of stuff.
I think one of my favorite things about doing the Get Out Go Eat is seeing that. So if you didn't hear me, one of my favorite things about doing the Get Out Go Eat series has been us coming in to offer these restaurants a marketing piece, to do a spotlight video on them. And then they ended up learning about Malachi Parts and Service. And immediately they're always like, "Oh, you do that? Because this is broken and we haven't been able to find anyone to fix it."
Yep. Yeah. So check it out. Good point. When we're talking about the marketing, branding, digital efforts that we're doing here, that's a great point. This is not something that can't be done. You could do this in your market. It doesn't have to be Get Out Go Eat. You figure out your own thing and make it work for you. But there's a real opportunity here for us to go into these places and begin relationships. It locks you in. Be yourself. Be authentic. Go in. Give. The rewards far outweigh the risks in a lot of this stuff. So there's just so many opportunities at times like this. I know Quentin had something off topic, but we need to have a technicians Olympics. timed repair competitions. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool idea.
I do like that. When I saw that comment, I was like, can we do that at the conference? But probably not.
Probably not at this conference. That would be, I think that would be a whole other, that's like a strongman competition. Like that would be a whole other thing that you would add in a yearly. That would be a whole.
That would be
other
pretty
ballgame
cool.
to get. Okay, Quentin, I will give you credit for that all the way through. Lisa, write this down.
Thanks a lot, Quentin.
Get out, go repair. So we're starting a new business.
Love it.
As Taz said, would you sell for 2 Scooby Snacks? That's probably be the only way I'd sell right now.
Also, look at Taz's profile photo. I love that.
Taz is out there, man. He's doing his thing. I love it. I love it. So, fired up on a Wednesday. I'm back in Jersey. We are back fired up. I'll be back tomorrow and Friday, and we have lots to talk about. You will too, Mr. Rogers. So, stay fired up. Lots of things happening in the industry. I'll see you at RIFMA in Charlotte. I just booked my flights. We got all of our tickets. I will see you at NAFEM in August in Orlando. I will see you at the Safesa conference in October. I will see you at Fed conference next year. And anywhere else that this industry might take us, we will be there, camera in tow, filming it the entire way through. Stay tuned for a ton of things to come. Let's keep the conversation going in the Fed group about the Middleby and Well-Built chatter. Our industry is shifting and changing. It's a beautiful thing. 2 quality, high-quality manufacturers combining. Beautiful thing for the OEM distribution. Beautiful thing for factory authorized service centers. Beautiful things for the end user customers. I'm excited. Stay fired up. I'll see you on Thursday. Peace.